Is Chitra Batam, spokesperson for the Congress, and our very own India Today's Sahil Joshi from Mumbai. Thank you all for joining in. I will begin with you, Ms. Batam. After the results of today, are you confident enough to go solo still?
Hi Anjali, good evening to everybody. Yes, obviously, there is no dearth of confidence with the Congress party, and I believe that after analyzing the workers' sentiments and the full what do you say? This impact of these respective civic body elections, we have decided to go solo, and definitely we will give a good fight in the upcoming BMC and the other Mahanagar Palika elections as well.
Okay, Ms. Batam, the confidence sure is encouraging and appreciative because, the results don't really give you an upper hand, and it could be termed as overconfidence, in fact.
See, Anjali, we have to understand over here as to whom are we fighting against. Are we fighting against just the BJP? We are fighting against the Maha misuse of money, power, and the corruption that is rampant in Maharashtra civic body elections. We have seen how 2,000 people in Nanded were detained in a Mangal Karyalay, and they were given money to kind of vote for BJP. We have seen how fake voters have been brought in from other parts of India in Ambernath or be it in Panvel, and impersonation that has happened in Nashik. So lot of issues came up, but the State Election Commission continued to keep mum about all these things. An SIT has been formed, the police are at work, and yet there is no outcome of all these issues that have been rampantly used during the Maharashtra civic body elections. So I think after the vote chori, which was completely exposed in the Maharashtra Vidhan Sabha
Okay,
election,
Chitraji, I concede you think that you are confident and you are sure of it.
Well.
Okay, Mr. Adik, I bring this conversation to you now. The NCP situation has not been very good as far as relationship with the alliance partners has been concerned. There were certain meetings either you did not attend, which were poll strategy meetings, or you weren't invited. But the internal strife within the Mahayuti, although people may say that things are much, much better, but it's not over within your alliance as well.
Well, firstly, good evening, Anjali ji. Thank you for having me on your show. What I would like to point out here is the NCP from day one, my leader, Ajit Dada Pawar, Praful Patel, Sunil Thackeray ji, everyone has been saying that we would like to fight these elections in a united manner. We wanted to contest this as a Mahayuti, but of course, we had to bow down to the aspirations of our party workers in different areas, where Mahayuti was not possible, where we could not forge an alliance with our partners. We had to go independently. But the results are obviously there for everyone to see. Of the results declared, over 200 municipal councils and panchayats have voted in favor of the Mahayuti. We were the number 3 party in the assembly elections. We have retained the number 3 position in these municipal elections. So I do not see that as a problem going forwards. What is important here is our bastion was always Pune. You can see that out of 17 seats in Pune, we have won 10 municipal president seats. The number of councillors that we have won far outnumber what we were holding earlier. Even the criticism that the NCP faced earlier on, that it was a party restricted only to the western parts of the state, in western Maharashtra particularly, that has been breached. We have done not just well in a district like Parbhani, Beed, Nasik, but we have done well in various parts, in Raigad, where Sunil Thackeray's state president comes from. We have done very well. We would have loved to do far better than this. But this is certainly a very loud call to all those out there who have been criticizing the NCP for the longest, some so-called social workers and others, our political opponents. In spite of all that direct criticism which we have been a victim of over the years, over the past few months, we have still done well. People have believed in Ajit Dada's leadership.
Okay.
People have believed that besides communal and this vote chori and all these charges that are being made against us time and time again,
Okay.
we have done reasonably well. I would have been happier to do far better than this. But this is a clarion call for the coming elections.
Okay. You know,
When the
it's
municipal
quite great that you put that reasonably in front of your well and balanced it. I'll bring it to Sahil now. Sahil, how do you see this playing out now? You know, this seems so one-sided to us right now, but Congress refuses to, bend and accept it. But one thing I want to know is about the two Thackerays also. If their coming together is finalized, then will Miss Batam be as confident and as sure about what she's saying and going forward for the NCP as well and the Mahayuti as well? What will that be? What kind of impact will we see?
This is for the first time that the Maharashtra is seeing, the local body elections at such a mass scale, because these are the local corporation elections, the municipal corporation elections of tier 2, tier 3 cities, as well as the Nagar Panchayats, what we call, which also had some rural areas of Maharashtra. And 288 Nagar Parishads, the municipal corporations were going, the elections happened in 288 corporations. It can be clearly seen at this point of time that the BJP has dominated these elections by winning almost 50% of the seats, and Eknath Shinde has clearly emerged as number 2. Eknath Shinde's party has crossed 50, whereas the BJP has crossed 100, where the direct election of the local municipal corporation mayor election happened in those tier 2 and tier 3 cities. Now, the most important part is that this is the first election after Lok Sabha and Assembly that the Shiv Sena, Eknath Shinde Shiv Sena and the BJP fought against each other at many places, but despite that, they could achieve these kind of numbers, which clearly shows that the Sena and the BJP are the dominant parties in Maharashtra at this point of time. Whatever Mr. Ajit is saying about NCP, it becomes immaterial, because at certain places the NCP tied up with the BJP against Eknath Shinde and has managed to win in certain pockets, and they have managed to retain the Pune belt, the Pune rural belt. Now the municipal corporation elections, the BMC elections, the Mahanagar Palika elections are going to be completely different, because the top 29 big cities of Maharashtra are going to go for voting on 15th of January, and that is something which is going to decide the future of many of the political parties in Maharashtra, specifically Shiv Sena, UBT and MNS as well. Looking at the results today, it is now apparently very clear that Shiv Sena, UBT and MNS, the Raj Thackeray and Uddhav Thackeray, will be forced to sort out the differences over the seat sharing and will finally have to emerge together as as a challenger to the BJP and Eknath Shinde. Because Eknath Shinde and BJP have decided that they will be fighting the municipal corporation, the Mahanagar Palika elections in Mumbai, Thane, Kalyan, Pune, Nasik, the big cities, together, not like the way they fought in this local body election. So that is going to be a formidable combination against each other, and two Thackeray specifically. The BMC elections, the Mumbai Mahanagar Palika elections are going to decide the fate of Shiv Sena UBT, because that is the crucial. This is the crucial city, which is and very interesting. One more thing, the BJP on its own had never managed to win the Mumbai Mahanagar Palika election. They had never fought it on their own, except 2017 when they had a bitter fight against Uddhav Thackeray's Shiv Sena, but managed to score quite a good number in 2017. This is a time when they will be fighting with Eknath Shinde, and it may see, the results may see that the Shiv Sena UBT or Uddhav Thackeray or the Thackeray's losing their hold over Mumbai city, and that is something which is going to be an important factor in upcoming days. But I can see that Thackeray brothers are speaking to each other. They are solving the seat sharing issues, and it is likely that in a couple of days their formal electoral alliance will be announced, and the BJP will use the momentum they have received from these particular elections to try and win over Mumbai Mahanagar Palika as well, the BMC as well.
Right. Chitra ji, don't you think that the Congress should take lessons from its earlier mistakes, finding a common ground with the allies, trying to work together? This is something that Congress seems to be failing at again and again. not just in assembly bowl elections in many states, but now you don't want to be with your MVA partners because of a possible alliance that they might have.
Well, obviously, Anjali, we never have compromised with anybody, on ideological basis. So obviously, we will take our stand, and and Rahul ji has always maintained that he always wants the welfare of the people, and that is why he wants to do positive politics rather than just compromise on the ideological and to gain power. So I believe Congress stands by it, and as you have mentioned, because there is a political scenario change that has happened, we are definitely keeping our workers' sentiments in our minds. The leadership has decided to kind of take the BMC elections head on alone. So I think we must respect the sentiments of the worker and the command of the leadership as such.
Okay, so ideology over the idea of winning or idea of giving a possible strong fight is what Congress is choosing. But coming back to you, Mr. Adik, how do you see the possible alliance between the two Thackeray brothers? Is this going to be a big challenge for you guys, or you don't think it matters anymore and the Marathi Manus whole plank is passé now?
See, Anjali ji, I agree with a lot of things that Sahil ji also said. Coming to the Thackeray brothers, I'm happy that they're coming together. But in politics, it seldom is a situation where 1 + 1 is 2. They're coming together for the welfare of the Marathi Manus, is what is their whole pitch. But I think people are smarter than that. People look for good governance. People look for a stable alternative. People need people in power to be stable. They need a stable government which will spearhead developmental issues. People will address, the government will address issues which are dear to the people. Here in the corporation elections, when the two Thackeray brothers are coming together, firstly, they have to battle the inner workers. The Shiva Sena Uddhav Thackeray faction and the Manase faction. There are a lot of aspirants within their ranks. Okay. Then whether they will be able to align with the Congress, I do not know as of now. So what happens in that kind of a situation where the opposition parties fail to have a united front? As against that, from day one, as I said earlier, our emphasis has been on a united fight. We would like to fight as a Mahayuti. We are still very optimistic that when the top leaders meet, the chief minister and both the deputy chief ministers, when they sit together, we shall find a formula.
But there is a huge challenge to that, Mr. Adik. There is a huge challenge to that, and that is your Mumbai unit chief, your poll strategy head. He is a big obstacle, I would say, to that.
Anjali ji, Nawab Malik ji has been made the head of the campaign committee. He does not head the Mumbai Congress. The decisions at the party level are taken by Thackeray Saab in the state, and nationally it is Ajit Dada.
But
so
is your party ready to move him? Is your party ready to move him?
That is for the time to tell. At this moment, I know we are still in a completely calm state of mind, where we feel that whoever is saying things which are kind of against the sentiment of the Mahayuti, it's a little too early.
Okay.
Let them say what they want to say.
Sahil has something, I believe he has something to say over here. Sahil.
No, it is very interesting that, these results will not only force two Thackerays to come together. I mean, they have already said that they are in talks and they will be coming together on this, to retain the Thackeray brand in the politics of Maharashtra, which according to both the brothers, that BJP is trying to destroy. But at the same time, it will also force two NCP fractions to come together in Pune and Pimpri Chinchwad, and
it's very interesting how these poll alliances are happening
as well. Because the Shiv Sena and the BJP has clearly said that they will be coming together and forming an alliance for the municipal corporation elections, which will be happening on 15th of January, keeping NCP and Ajit Pawar aside. So that is something which is going to be really interesting. These elections clearly showed, today's results clearly showed that it is BJP which is benefiting out of all these fight. Eknath Shinde has managed to retain its strongholds, whereas the Ajit Pawar's NCP was left to fend for themselves. And now it is likely that not only the Thackeray brothers, but it will also force the two NCP fractions to come together and fight elections against the BJP and Shiv Sena.
Let's ask
in the
Mr.
local
Adik
bodies,
right now.
in the coming on 15th
Mr. Adik, is Mr. Pawar ready to work with Mr. Pawar, Uncle Pawar?
Anjali ji, very honestly, I seriously do not have any information on that front. At the moment, what I can tell you is, we are with the Mahayuti. We are with the NDA. The reason we are with the NDA is our belief in the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, Amit Shah ji, and JP Nadda ji. We will take a look at how things work out in the next few days. I'm sure there are meetings which have been planned between the Chief Minister and the two Deputy Chief Ministers. A solution will come about. And if an alliance has to happen, or if a merger has to happen between the two NCPs, that is for time to tell. We are not the ones who walked away. We are still the NCP. That battle is still going on in a court of law. So at the moment, if they want to come along with us, they are more than welcome to join us. We are not against that happening. But as Mahayuti, our stand is very firm and clear. We want development of the state. We want the welfare schemes that we have launched to continue. We want to look at the infrastructure development of all the major cities. And for all this to happen, there has to be stability, which is what we are offering. And that is exactly what the opposition is lacking.
Okay. Okay, Sahil, very quickly, I'd like to ask you, his statement was very open-ended, Mr. Adik. He didn't really accept anything, but he also kept the door open. All these alliances, which could be possible alliances, this is really, really something we've not seen before. You break up and you make up as an opportunity arises.
Well, now in 2022 to 2024 was a time when there were breaking ups. And now the time has come to making up again in a different way, in Maharashtra politics. The politics in Maharashtra is not yet settled, and these elections are going to decide a lot for 2029. So obviously, everybody is taking a cue from these elections. Everybody knows that three-party government cannot be permanent solution in Maharashtra. So there has to be some realignments in coming years, and that is what the results of these elections will be beginning of the realignments for 2029, which we can clearly see here at this point of time.
Right. Chitraji, I'll just bring you in here because I believe you are getting left out in the conversation, but this could be the ground reality also, that you are actually getting left out in the political conversation, Congress.
Of course not. You know what? People who have been dreaming about Congress Mukh Bharat and whatnot have resorted to such blatant misuse of power and have abused the power and used money to such an extent, and yet they have not been successful. The 2024 Lok Sabha elections had clearly given us a good mandate. So over here, I was finding it very funny how the NCP spokesperson was trying to paint a very sophisticated picture that it was the people's verdict that has gone in favor of NCP always, and which is why I wanted to understand as to then why Mr. Ajit Pawar has to time and again threaten the people, saying that if you have the vote, then I have the funds and whatnot. He has done to kind of gain power. So I think everybody knows this Mahayuti was brought in to just give Mahashati to Maharashtra, and that is what it is continuing to do. And the people of Maharashtra definitely one day will revolt against this, and this vote chori that has happening will definitely be stopped somewhere.
Okay, thank you very much, Chitraji, for your inputs. And Mr. Adik, I don't have the time. If you can say it in 10 seconds, then go ahead.
I would like to thank Chitraji for not saying that the EVMs are at fault. Thank you.
Thank you very
It
much.
is a part of it.
I'll just wrap this up. I think what Sahil said is very apt. The political climate, the political situation is not yet settled in Maharashtra, in Mumbai especially, and we are seeing a lot of changes. This is going to be an interesting time, and just 2 more days, I think, left for the nominations to be started. So it's kind of time sensitive also. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining in.